Okay, here we are for the third round, and our opponent won the die roll, but he chose to be on the draw. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not going to mulligan. This is a pretty unexciting hand, but I like that we get to get a little bit. You know, we're gonna be able to hit acidic slime and a sentinel spider on time, and we get to have his force mage in there to, you know, put something on the battlefield in between. And if we hit a blue source, I'd cast the water courser over the force mage, of course. This is the one that gives hexproof. All right, that's pretty annoying. Well, that works. I'd cast that over the water courser anyway. If we do draw an island, I'll probably go water courser next, though. Use up our blue and get him out there, and then bash. Hopefully hexproof won't be a big deal. We don't have a ton of removal. Ooh, an Arctic Haven. That's pretty good. Okay. We can blow up this ring. We can blow up this plains. And obviously not this turn, but when we do it. We've also just got this thing to block it. I'm trying to decide if I want to cast and equip the ring, beat him down, or if I just want to Yavis Force Mage right now and attack him. And I think I'm going to Yavis Force Mage right now and attack him. That way I get in the 5 for sure here, and it tempts him to mess around with that ring next turn, maybe even leave mana up. Thing will get out of hand, but we can blow up the ring and then play a spider. Sunstriker? Sure. Give this thing lifelink. That sucks. Alright, so we did hit the land that we needed. And yeah, I'm just going to take out that ring right now. He played a second plane, so that plan isn't viable. And frankly, it was never a great plan anyway. Probably should have done this post-combat. Yeah. That's okay. We're trading anyway, buddy. What do you got? Griffin Protector. Alright, that's pretty good. We're still trying to race the stupid Arctic Haven. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Divination's a nice card, but so... he's not blocking anyway. It's Sentinel Spider. I'm being a little lazy. It's pretty late here. I just did the podcast, but I really wanted to get something out for M12, so yeah, here we are. Okay. Trade? Yeah, I would. Here. Not, he's probably just going to attack with that one. Oh, he's going to send both? Well, if he's got a combat trick, I guess he's got a combat trick, but I need to, oh, sweet. Not in a great spot, but not too bad either. Alright, so let's get the ring going here. What? Negate? Really? Wow, that's pretty sick. Keep the beats going, but he's well ahead of the race here. He can cast a creature and hit us for a ton. Oh, man. Captain of the Watch. That's like the worst one. He's going to hit us for 7, 8. Well, he should have just attacked with both. It has vigilance. He just could have hit us for another damage. Yeah, sure. Now we hit the Syrian Spear. Well, go. He's going to send in everybody. We're going to kill the captain. Jeez. Yeah, we're just dead here. He just cast 2 back-to-back creatures that double pumped his Griffin Protector. Yeah, we're just dead. He could have just attacked with everything. We kill this, we block, and we take one more, and we're just dead. But he got a little nitty there. So we'll just take out this. Alright, so he showed us an unsummon. We showed him a spear, though, so... Deadly Recluse, still not good enough here. Although he made some bad attacks. We'll play it. I mean, all he has to do is obviously just ship his team, but he has been reluctant to do that. That is ridiculous. All right. Okay. So can we do anything here? Negate, I don't think we want to play. I don't think we want to get into a negate fight with him, so that's probably not it. Unsummon seems kind of weak against him. Not terribly impressed with it. Plummet can come in, I think, over the unsummon. I could run a kite sail just to get our guys in the air. But I think I'm okay here. Yeah, that's sweet. Still haven't seen an island yet, but we do have a mountain in case we draw a spear, so that's something. Man, that Captain of the Watch is such a beating. 9 power for 6 mana, and it's all spread out, and most of it has vigilance. That's pretty powerful. I'd probably just lead with the Recluse here, I guess. You could make an argument for leading with the Ring just to play around negate, but if he just goes Island and just passes the turn back, I can just not cast it. Like, not a big deal. I can find a time to get it in there. I mean, I'd like to cast it next turn, but I don't want to run it into a negate either. Alright, he's going to play some Welcome turn, sure. Ooh, an Island. Well, that changes that play. Yeah, I think I like just being aggressive here. Watercourser. We can block with the Deadly Recluse whenever we want. Next turn we can cast an Equip Ring and even pump our Watercourser if he doesn't play something on the ground. If he just runs out like an Arctic Haven here, though, it's time to hold back. Yeah. What do you got? The Ring and Equip? Well. That's interesting. Because I think that we can probably just race him. Because at any time I want, I can hold back my Deadly Recluse. But now all of a sudden it's become a big threat. Or it's going to become a big threat. Like in a couple of turns it's going to be huge. And it doesn't really care about this. Attendant Knight. Okay. Well, now since it is going to take a few turns, I probably will just end up training it off. Ooh, Eva's Force Mage. With Trample, maybe I just send it in. Because I can attack with this as well. I can also just Yeva's Force Mage on this. He probably just chumps, though. I'd much rather do it on the Trampler. Yeah. And I guess I'd trade an attended knight. No, I think I'd just leave back the water courser. That way he can't attack me on the ground. You might have unsummon here, but I can replay the spider if he does. If he doesn't, then I'm just going to attack here and then probably move the ring over to the force mage. Make him into a legit threat above the attended knight. Battle. All right, that thing is getting quite large. I've got some reasonable attacks, but I am going to need to draw some gas here. Sentinel Spider would be sweet. Staff of Nin would be sweet. Oblivion Ring the ring. Alright. So now we have to slow down everything. I have to just leave the Recluse up. Ooh! Now this costs 2 to activate, so he's careful to leave this activation mana available here. It does target, so it wouldn't be able to happen. But I don't care that much because I can just Deadly Recluse it. And if I attack with the Water Courser, he can trade Attended Knight for Water Courser, leaving me with Aeva's Force Mage. I think that's okay. I can't activate its ability because the thing has First Strike. Oh, he's just going to take it. Okay, go ahead. I'm looking to trade here, obviously. I expect an unsummon or some way to get rid of this thing. Oh, a Courtly Provocateur. That's interesting. He doesn't attack me here. He's going to force my Recluse to attack, so I think I'll probably be switcherooing here. Oh, well, there's another one. All right, so let's bash with the Water Courser here. Alright, so I can switcheroo and Deadly Recluse. So I can like give him my Force Mage for the Courtly Provocateur. Because once he starts making this attack and block, it's going to get pretty annoying. Giving him a 2-2 isn't really a big deal when I have a 2-3. So let's do that. You and you. I can't target this because he'll just activate the ring and basically counter it. Oh, he's got the negate here. Okay. Well, I've got another spider. I do wish I had something that could target that turn, but I do not. It's getting massive at this point. Oh, stupid negate. Was going to get him. Oh, that's really bad. That's pretty good. But he's going to wreck me here. He's going to make me attack with this and then double block it. All right, well, we've got a new plan here. Don't get essence scattered, bro. Sweet. Alright, so I have to attack with my Recluse. Do I attack with my Water Courser? He hits me for 6. If I attack with the Courser, Yeah, I think I do. He can hit me for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I'm going to have a Recluse and a Yavis Force Mage and a Primordial Hydra. Sure, you can't have both of them. He's just going to chump. All right. So if we get to untap with the Hydra, then we should be good to go. It'll be like a 10-10 or whatever and bash, but I don't think that's going to happen. Switcheroo? Oh, Griffin Protector, sure. He doesn't have an attack here. He does have a blue mana up, so that thing's getting unsummoned for sure. Ooh, a Syrian Spear. That's a card. Alright, let's see what happens. So he unsummons this. He makes our Deadly Recluse attack. If this thing gets unsummoned, do we have a way to... Like, if I just attack with this and this gets unsummoned. If I attack with both of these, does anything good happen? He puts one Attended Knight here. He puts another Attended Knight here. 7, 8, 9. If he can cast 2 dudes, and he can kill me in the air, but then I have Searing Spear to protect me. If I can get 4 damage in, then I can just Searing Spear him out. If this thing gets in, then he's just dead anyway. So I'm assuming it's not. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. So do I just ship the team is the question. Only getting in for 2, like if he just lets the 2 through, that I can make it 3, but then it still only goes to 6, so he's not actually dead that way. Yeah, so I think that attacking with everything actually doesn't get me there anyway, so I'll just attack with these 2. I can recast the Primordial. Okay, so he's going to block everything on it, but 2, 4, 5. He takes 5. Oh, okay. Well, if this is the case, then he loses. Because he goes to 3 here. All right, so I had a mountain. All right, and he doesn't have enough mana to counter this, so he should just be dead. All right. So Primordial Hydra gets there. If I could say that word, it would be even cooler. Volcanic Strength, Reckless Brute, Trumpet Blast. None of these do anything in this case. Can't splash for that guy. Staff of Nin should do some amount of work here. I mean, I don't want to go negate on him, and I don't want to do that game. So yeah, let's just try to beat him. We have some good cards with, all 3 of our spiders or whatever are pretty good versus him. Green Doomblade versus did some work that one where he couldn't really attack. If I had drawn the Staff of Nin at any time, it would have been sweet, taking out soldiers and whatnot. That's pretty nasty when he leaves up blue, and then he has the ability to turn on the ring if he wants, but then he also has negate, so I tap out for something like that and he can just get me. Pretty nasty. All right, he's taking a minute. Okay, so that's a pretty clear mulligan. He's also put us on the play here. Ooh, that's a close one. I'm pretty tempted just to keep this. If we hit an island, I think we can just grind him out pretty easily. If we have a few 2-drops we can hit. If we just brick on land, we're going to lose this game. But I am going to keep it. I think, we have 3 draws to hit an island, and then I think that if that does happen... Also, he can have, if he has a Welkin turn, we're in pretty bad shape. But if he doesn't... All right, there's our island. So that's awesome. And now we should be able to grind him through. All right, he does have the Welkin turn. But let's just get these divinations going because we want to unmulligan and we want to keep hitting our land drops, which we actually bricked on here, which is a little awkward. He's got a Kraken Hatchling. Don't care about that much. Sweet, he passed the turn back. All right, decision time. Divination puts us to 8 cards, and then hoping that one of them's a land, we can keep hitting our land drops. Otherwise, we can just play a Deadly Recluse and say go. I think I'm going to do the Deadly Recluse and say go plan here because I just want to be able to trade off with his Welkin turn. He doesn't have any other pressure other than that. If we can just kill it early, we're pretty happy. The problem about Divination is that I can't cast it and then cast another spell. Like I don't have that many things. Oh, that's awkward. All right, so let's Divination again and hope that he doesn't negate it. All right, he did not. And yeah, we're barely hitting our land drops here. We've cast 2 Divinations, which usually gets you there, but we can't quite seem to do it. All right, he's got a ring. Oh, it's the white ring, though, so it's not a big deal. All right, well, I think if he had negate, he probably would have negated our Divination. That being said, I can do a bunch of other things. Like, I was going to run Talrand's Invocation out there because that's what I want to beat down with, but that does just get negated pretty often here, I think. I can spend all my mana to Acidic Slime him and just kill the ring, although the ring's like doing almost nothing. Hitting a land at this point doesn't seem great, though. He's got 4 cards in hand and 5 lands. Like, I think he can cast almost anything in his deck. I can play a Yavis Force Mage and a ring. I can play Yavis Force Mage and leave Searing Spear up, but that doesn't seem very good. I can just play a Spiked Baloth. That's probably our best play here. It attacks. Like, this thing isn't getting any bigger. Yeah, let's just play a Baloth. I guess he could have Essence Scatter, which would be lame, but he doesn't. We haven't seen it from him either. Yeah, we just want to hit lands now. We've got a lot of spice in our hand here. I'm glad he's playing this white ring. That thing doesn't do much. We can use the Searing Spear to take out any white creatures he plays as well. Even then, we can just Acidic Slime the ring if it's an issue. He's up to 6 lands now, though. So he is in Captain of the Watch territory. If he slams it, we're not too sad because I get to attack with the Spiked Baloth, and then he'll probably set up some token blocks. We can Searing Spear the big guy, etc., etc. All right, he is just going to slam it here. So we're just going to kill it on our turn. Like, we're not messing around here. I don't want to let him unsummon it or negate my Searing Spear or anything like that. I'm just going to attack. He's just going to take it. He's definitely just going to take it here. Oh, he's not. Well, this is sweet. So we get a little bit of extra value here because we're going to Searing Spear the captain, and then we're going to just get to eat a soldier and do 3 damage to him. And then we're going to follow up with the Centaur Courser. Because he didn't bother double blocking, which is kind of nice. All right, so he can throw the ring over, but then we can just respond with an Acidic Slime if we want. All right, Attendant, yep. All of these things. Ooh, another one? Courtly Provocateur. Okay. I think we just need to take out this ring first and foremost. He's going to make... this is actually interesting. He is going to make our Spiked Baloth attack. He might even just make our Centaur Courser attack. It doesn't really matter. But what's going to happen is he's going to block with the Attended Knight, and then we can kill it. If he blocks the Spiked Baloth, then we're going to get in for 4 extra damage because the trample is going to carry over. That is pretty nice. This is next turn, by the way, not right now. Right now, we're just going to bash him, actually. No, I guess this thing just blocks here, so there's no real point. I can Yavis Force Mage it, though, but then he just uses a soldier to block it, but that's not bad. I can also... I really want to get this Invocation going. Like, that's kind of my main goal here this turn, so I think the play is Talrand's Invocation, bash with Spiked Baloth, and Searing Spear away, whatever. I guess if I bash with the Baloth, he can just throw 2 soldier tokens in front of it, too, though. He'll just block here, actually, and I'll just kill that. This is actually a tougher spot than I thought. He can make this block. Maybe I just use the ring right now. I don't know that I want this thing to ever be a 3/3, although I can just Searing Spirit. Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, so let's play Talrand's Invocation. And if I just kill the Attended Knight right now, then he doesn't get the counter on it. Yeah, that actually seems better. And then I can Spiked Baloth, and then he throws 2 tokens in front, which also die. Do I want to trade my Spiked Baloth for 2 tokens? No, I don't think I actually do. No, I don't think I do, because next turn I can... Actually, this is a tough spot. So I can Yavis Force Mage at next turn, and then he doesn't have any good blocks. All right, Griffin Protector is an issue. All right, so he's going to make something attack is what he's going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Searing Spear this right now. So I can use up my mana here better. I'd love to be able to get through this thing, but I can only do that once. All right, so he's going to make something attack. What is it, the Spiked Baloth? All right, well... let's blow up the ring. He's going to make a Drake attack. All right, that makes sense because he can just eat it. All right. Well, in they go. Send in the clowns, as we say. So 2 soldiers are going to trade for the Spiked Baloth. He's going to eat one of my Drakes. And the Kraken Hatchling just blocks there. So I get in a little bit of damage and I start to clear away his board, but that's ultimately not favorable for me. And that Courtly Provocateur is going to do some work here because of the Griffin Protector. It just basically blanked my Invocation, which is super annoying. Oblivion Ring the Ring. I'm okay with that. I'm not happy about it, but it could be worse. Oh, you're going to attack? Yeah, I don't think you're attacking. Yeah, he doesn't want to take damage here. So what we can do here is we can play Yavis Force Mage, target the Drake. That way it gets in this turn, and then bash with the Drake and the Slime. No point in sending in the Centaur Courser because it just gets blocked by the Kraken Hatchling. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Wow, so my Drake is going to keep getting in now? Is that correct? That was weird. He must have a plan here. What is it? What is he doing? What is the plan? What is your plan, sir? Does he have the fairies maybe? Okay. Sure. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just do nothing, so if you've got the flash fairies, then he gets to eat a Drake, I guess. He does not. All right, that's sweet. I would like to draw some action here, though. Flinthoof Boar. I forgot about you. That counts. Get in there. Give this haste. Now I can actually just attack with everything. Yeah. Bash Sickles. That blocks there. That blocks there. That's an easy trade. That chumps, and that's going to have to chump too, apparently. Okay. And we have lethal setup, depending on what he draws here. Attended Knight is not really enough. He can trade off for one of my guys and block the other, but I get to kind of board wipe him here and then follow up with an Invocation. Although, man, I have to say it's like very, very likely that that last card in his hand is a negate. But I do not want to just give him an extra draw step to it, and we have other cards that we'd like to play. Oh, it wasn't. Wow, I'm surprised because he's had one card in his hand for quite a while. That's not going to be enough. Ooh. Force Mage on the Courser. That'll finally get that Kraken hatchling out of the way, and this is assuming he has Unsummon or something to deal with one of these drakes. All right, and we are victorious. Okay, so we're going to be heading into the last round of this thing. We're 2-1. Let's see if we can get 3-1 out of the deal. I like the way our deck's playing. I want to draw Staff of Nin more often, just because I really like that card. But I kind of like the combination of flyers and beatdown with a few tempo elements here, and then the Searing Spears have been pretty sick for us as well. Okay, so let's, we'll see you guys in the next round.